Brian Johnson, 83 years of age, born in 1942. I don't know what time I was born.
Right, I'm John Walton, I'm 75 years old.
Peter, 66. Oh, still bloody dull.
My name is Jamie and I'm 51 years of age.
My name is Pauline Bradley. I'm 81 in March, which is coming up next month.
Grew up in New South Wales.
10 years in Sheffield.
I was born in Zern, but I grew up in Somerset. Well, we moved out of there when I was only about 3 or 4, only a kid. So I can't remember much before that. Growing up, it had its moments. Lots of moments of everything. Grew up there and I don't know whether I will say, my parents did not keep me inside. No, they didn't. They let me get out that door and there's the kids in our little street. We lived in a cul-de-sac and it was great. Got out there and we started playing, and the parents used to start playing with the kids and started going to their homes, and the parents would go out for the day and they would come and ask my mum and dad if they could take me with them. And my mum said, "Are you sure?" And she said, "Yeah, you'll be fine." And what the parents used to do was ask them for a couple of changes of clothes if needed. So that was good, because I'd be spending the day with them. They said, "We'll be able to fix him, change him, all of it." So I started growing up with these people in the street and going out with those families, and it was good. It was just the way it worked, and it worked. Because my mum used to be scared. "Are you sure you take him out?" I said, "He'll be right." Yes.
I grew up on a farm at Highclere.
And we lived by the bay in Melbourne, Brighton, and that sort of life was wonderful. And my father was a wonderful father that used to take us to the beach before school. And that was, really fantastic. We used to go sing at dances and, just being young people. We just sang at dances and went with, boys used to bring us home from the dances, and Mum would be terrified, and be waiting for us at the door.
I used to do a lot of work for other people, like, a bit of gardening and that, but I got sick of that, too much like hard work.
When I was young, I used to work on dairy farms for 10 years, then went into work for myself as a landscape gardener and do other people's gardens. I can't do it now.
Used to like riding my little three-wheeler push bike everywhere. Playing hide and go seek, that was a real funny one. Yeah, I used to paint a lot for years, and I did. I went to college, learned how to do it all, and eventually started doing it at home in my own studio and teaching the odd one or two people out there, which was great. And I had a printmaking press, but I had to have somebody help me use that, which was understandable. And I used to pay them to work the press, because it was a bit awkward for me to use. But no, that was great, just doing it at home. But I was able to buy those things with the equipment, because the printing presses weren't cheap. They were expensive. You just couldn't go out and buy one. You had to save a bit of money to buy them. But I had to set up on the floor, so I could do it myself a bit. But I did it for a few years, and then eventually just stopped. But while I was doing it, it was great and people liked it, and yeah. I did used to draw or paint portraits a bit, and I used to landscapes a lot. But I didn't think I'd be able to do portraits much, but I did. Once I started doing it, you know, and you kept doing it, and you just kept looking at their faces, and you put what you have to put, you know, the lines, the shading, yes. But it was good, you know, like that's what I was taught at college, and after that I kept it up a bit, and I did. So I found drawing people's faces was interesting. Yes.
I used to go to the gym quite a bit, so that was it. Football, watching my two younger brothers, and also watching it on TV, my beloved Hawthorn.
Yeah. I played basketball when I was at school. I enjoyed that. Hobbies, being a singer, it really engulfed everything. Do you know what I mean? You just had to practice a lot and then sing. So you didn't have time to do things that you wanted to do yourself. See, originally I wanted to go to university, and I wanted to do art because I could, you know, draw. And in my family, very artistic, you know, sort of musicians on both sides of the family. And I wanted to go to university, but because of the singing, I had to go on with the sisters. So I didn't really have hobbies. But as far as hobbies, no, because of the singing, you see.
Nothing really.
I enjoy to pass my time away. I do up pot my plants and resell them. And that's sort of my hobby now, give me something to do, and it eases me stress and anxiety, and that's about it.
Eating? No. I do go for lunches a bit, 2 or 3 days a week, which I do. Been doing that for a while, but that's what you do. You can sit at home and be bored, but I shouldn't say like that. But no, I get out as much as I can, and I do, and I like it, and getting out. Yeah, I like staying at home as well, but it's good to get out the door and just go and do things. Yes. Yeah, I do like my music. Yes. I like a lot of old music, but I'm into some of the modern stuff. And my parents were into jazz, and I sort of grew into that, and I did grow into the jazz side of it. And the music, it was great, because I went to quite a few concerts with them. So I was only a youngster, and they wouldn't let me stay at home. So I learned all about jazz music, and I did. It's wonderful, still is. Yes.
Riding my Can-Am Spider, my current trike, socialising with friends, going to the footy, watching the footy on TV, seeing bands, stuff like that. Anywhere from, I guess rock and blues would be my genre of music. The odd current band that pops up, I'll go and see.
And my husband is wonderful, David, and we play Scrabble a lot. And that is a real competition. We're really Darby and Joan good friends until we play Scrabble, which we play on a weekly basis, say 3 times a week. And it's a battle. Do you know what I mean? And I love beating David, my husband, because he went to university and I didn't, but I beat him a lot. So that is a real interest that we have.
I used to be a taxi driver for 8 years, and I sold that and got out of it. I finished 5 years 5, 6 years ago. And I drove my own for 8 years. And there was no money in it, so I was allowed.
I'm a radio presenter at Coast FM. I've been doing that for about 3 years now.
And we sang professionally for 4 years. Before that, we started singing like in the choir at church. And the eldest one, Gabriel, is the one who made us get together and sing, right? And that was back in the late 50s. And Gay was wonderful because she could work out harmonies and very close harmonies, you know what I mean? And Suzanne, the middle one, she had a very low voice. I had predominantly the stronger voice, and the eldest one had the high voice. So together we sang songs like things that the Everly Brothers and groups that sort of like sang of that era. And we sort of appeared on television. I think I was only 12 when television first started. And we sang on the radio and entered sort of a contest that took us to Sydney. And that was called Swallows Juniors, and that was really amazing. And from there, we just kept going. You know, we travelled a lot, and first of all, we travelled around Australia with the Tivoli, and that was a stage show and ice, and we were on the stage, of course. And that lasted for nearly a year, travelling from Brisbane basically to Perth and back.
Getting married.
Coming over to Tasmania, it was too hot, and of course in the skin, I burning 5 minutes. Even over here, I've got to always have long sleeve shirts on, so I can't.
In my chair. Nearly 10 years now. A rough nut when Lisa came. I'll admit it, I was a bit of a rough nut when Lisa came. But we started going out and I settled down, and I did. And I did settle down because I was a bit of a rough nut. But Lisa settled me down and off we went, and things changed, and it did. For the better. Yes. That's all I can.
My first trike, which is not the one I have now, but it enabled me to get out on the road at a decent speed. My first trike was built by a friend of mine, and it was an XJ750 Yamaha.
As I said, we were robbed in Adelaide, and anyhow, when we lived in Sydney, we were robbed again of everything. We were touring with Joy and the Joy Boys, and we travelled to Broken Hill and outback places, which was really interesting, and they looked after us as well.
No, not really.
Oh yes, I've been on it, so I haven't had any trouble. And I have my daughter. I live straight across the road from where I am. I'm divorced at the moment, on the divorce, and she's been wonderful. I have 2 sons. I haven't seen for 10 years. I just got my daughter.
But you gotta. You're not allowed to. You can have a moment, but you're not allowed to stay there. You've got to get up and keep going. And it's helped. It's worked for me, and it has. Yes.
Have a go. Probably that's the main one.
Going to a school, a convent, even though I didn't like the schooling, the morals that they do teach you and the morals that my parents had, I've kept. I'm not I think the morals that and the standards that I was taught, I've carried through in my life. And I think I'm a very strong character, and politically minded I am. I love life, and I'm aware of everything that's going on. You know what I mean? Even at my age, I'm still very alert.
See me, know me.
See me, know me.
See me, know me.
See me, know me.
See me, know me.